If there is one example in the modern history as to how devastating economies result in widespread human suffering, undoubtedly is the Great Economic Depression of the 1930s. It began in the United States and spilled over to the rest of the world for the good part of that decade. During the same period, United States recorded an unemployment rate of 24%, and ironically, it is still considered as the worst that could happen when economic policies collapse at a lethal pace. Now coming back to the concurrent situation, as per an Indian think tank, Center for Monitoring Indian Economy, Jammu and Kashmir is currently standing at an unemployment rate of 25%. That's roughly over 1.1 million jobless people. Another credible labor survey report which substantiates the chronic unemployment scenario in the region was published by the Union Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation for the April-June 2021 quarter. As per this survey, J&K registered a staggering unemployment ratio of 46.3%. So I don't think it would be wrong to say that Jammu and Kashmir is going through its own great economic depression. So, how did we reach here? The time series data on unemployment published by CMIE with average monthly frequency throws some obvious but very alarming patterns. A superficial look at the data shows the average unemployment rate after August 2019 political lockdown till March 2022 for a period of 32 months is much higher. That is 16.37%, which is 322 bps higher when compared with the average unemployment rate of only 13.15% registered for the same period preceding the August 2019 lockdown. No doubt the frequent lockdowns on account of the pandemic did extend the pain for an unprecedented period. However, the downfall in the job market started much before COVID started engulfing the economy. As can be seen from the average annual unemployment numbers, the biggest year-on-year jump in unemployment was witnessed in 2019 from 11.57% to 16.29%. Since then, there has been no respite in the region's job scenario. The first 3 months of this year have opened on a very steep trajectory, with average unemployment ratio touching 17.73% already. After agriculture, the biggest employment provider in J&K is the trading sector, with roughly 10 lakh people deriving their livelihoods from this systemically significant sector. This is approximately a quarter of the region's workforce. The series of lockdowns on account of COVID-19 and August 19 gave a lethal shock to the demand, which in turn resulted in massive layoffs. Job losses further contracted the average household income, creating a downward spiral in spending and consumer demand. The spillover effect engulfed other sectors, resulting in a serious contraction of the region's economy. Manufacturing and transport sectors, which collectively create around 5 lakh jobs, also suffered massively on account of demand slump and supply chain bottlenecks. To add insult to the injury, global lockdown on account of COVID-19 and geopolitics dented the very essential conduits of foreign exchange from exports and foreign remittances. This stressed a huge workforce of over 3 lakh artisans. Besides lockdowns, government's GEM portal has also exposed the local industries to unaffordable risks, leaving a majority of them out of business. Construction and government sectors are the only two sectors which remain resilient and supported the local economy during these economically testing times. With a debt-tired consumption, exports and private investment scenario, the government as the only response has been amping up its public spending through annual budgetary provisions. So far we have seen plenty of intentions and announcements. However, the efficiency of delivery has been a very disappointing experience. In addition to this, the government has tried to push banks in extending credit in order to catalyze the recovery. However, the stressed balance sheets of the banks find it very difficult in assuming more credit risk. The annual credit growth in J&K when compared to previous financial years has been quite dismal, which speaks volumes about the reluctance of the banking industry in burning its fingers further in these economically turbulent times. The focus instead is on recoveries, which is the last thing the already starving borrowers expected right now. In addition to public spending and bank credit, the government has been trying to woo foreign investors very aggressively. Although a series of announcements regarding investments secured from UAE-based business houses made it to the headlines, the impact of these significant economic goodies may be expected in the medium and long term. Instead, the problems of unemployment are immediate, urgent, and unaffordable, and therefore require a short-term, result-oriented, and an inclusive response. As per experts, it is therefore essential and extremely urgent that a multi-pronged short, medium, and long-term policy is adopted for addressing this unaffordable problem. However, at the end, one thing needs to be strictly asserted. Unemployment is a social issue which has rapidly reared its ugly head to augment socio-economic crises like poverty, drug menace, mental health, social unrest, and crime.